Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, welcome. My name is Cody, and generally this is not the kind of content that I make. I have not been around for a couple of months now, and so I thought that I would give you guys kind of an update about what has been going on in our lives, why I have not had a chance to put any videos up, and I am super busy today. So I decided to go ahead and just do that while I am working on some stuff in my kitchen. So the first thing that I am going to be working on is canning up some chicken bone broth. Okay, I have all of my equipment here. So back in April, my family and I took a trip to Greece, my husband and our 4 kids, and it was so much fun. We loved it so much. I actually don't even remember if we did like a video overview of that or not. It was insane. We were gone for 2 weeks. We really, really loved it. The food was great. Of course, the people were amazing. But while we were there, one of the things that kept happening, I don't know if other parents do this or not, but sort of while I am like out with the kids, a lot of times I will count them off to make sure that I have everybody there. So I would count 1, 2, 3, 4. All my kids are here. We're at the beach. 1, 2, 3, 4. All the kids are here. We're walking around, you know, a street. 1, 2, 3, 4. All the kids are here. And one of the things that I kept noticing, I need to get a ladle. One of the things that I kept noticing, and I don't know why this happened there when it didn't happen before here, was that I started counting 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And chickens are laying. It was kind of funny. I just kept thinking, 5? Man, that's crazy. We don't have 5 kids. I really started thinking that, you know what? Maybe it's because we wanted another kid. So back in 2017, I was told by my doctor that if I wanted to have any more kids, at this point we had 3, and I was told if we wanted to have any more kids, we had about a year of fertility left for me to do that. So we tried and tried and tried, couldn't get pregnant. Finally did, and it was maybe a couple of weeks after a positive pregnancy test that I started having miscarriage symptoms. So we knew that we had miscarried that baby. It was really disappointing. We thought we were done having kids forever. And it was about a week or so, 2 weeks after that, that I started having really horrible pain. And I ended up having to get taken to the hospital via ambulance. And it turned out that I had a ruptured ectopic pregnancy. So on top of the doctor telling me that I had about a year of fertility left, I now only had 1 fallopian tube, 1 ovary that I could even get pregnant with. So we thought that was it. We were done. There was no more babies in our future. That was really disappointing. I just thought I had all my stuff. That was really disappointing because we really were determined to have another kid. And so when that happened, we thought, you know, there's nothing else we could do. I had 2 blood transfusions from that, so we were told to wait at least 6 months to even try to have another kid. And so we did, and we thought, that's it. There's nothing else we could do. And we just sort of left it in the Lord's hands. And sure enough, about a year later, we welcomed our 4th daughter, our 4th child, our 3rd daughter. We thought, you know, what a blessing. That's so amazing. And it definitely was. But we were pretty convinced at that point that there was nothing that we were going to do to be able to extend that, have any more kids after that. So we were really content. So while we were on our trip to Greece and I was walking around these beautiful, beautiful streets, counting to 5 over and over again, I kept thinking, you know, why am I being so, I guess, greedy about it? The Lord gave us all of these amazing children that were there with us and we're having this great time with them. And why was I not just content with that? And then we came home, and a few weeks after we came home, we got a phone call that we had a group of sisters that were needing to be taken in from DHS. So we thought, wow, this is, sort of what we had been praying for. We honestly hadn't really considered DHS or adoption. There are a lot of things about our lives that are just sort of, not normal. We homeschool. There are things that we do or things that we don't do that just kind of go against societal norms. And so I was concerned about inviting DHS into our home just because of those things. Spoiler alert, I was right. I was right to be concerned about that. So we ended up bringing the girls into our home. There were 3 of them in all, 2 of which my sister had planned on adopting, and the baby, who my sister didn't feel like that she could take on a baby at the time, we were going to adopt. And it just was perfect timing. It was perfect. Part of our family, we were so excited about it. But then in the end, it turned out that DHS was not honest with us from the very beginning, and that was heartbreaking. So we had to say goodbye to these beautiful girls. Especially difficult was the one that we had taken care of for weeks in our home. I woke up in the middle of the night with her. It's still really raw to think about and talk about because I fell in love with that sweet girl, and it was pretty devastating. And the whole time I just kept thinking, I was counting to 5. Like, I really thought that this was going to happen for us. And when it didn't, it was really hard. It was hard for my kids, and it was really hard for me. I'm going to grab some canning lids. So after that happened, I kind of took a step back from everything. I took a step back when the girls were here because I just didn't have the time. I had our 4 kids, and then the baby, and then just if you've ever done anything with DHS, they are in your home non-stop. So it was phone calls, emails, visits, just constantly over and over and over. And it was really hard to stay on top of that and do everything else. And then of course it was also like the regular stuff that we do. So homeschool, gardening season, all of that stuff definitely made it a lot harder for us to kind of stay on top of, but we were kind of making it work. So when we ended up having to relinquish the girls, it was even more devastating because we genuinely thought, hey, this was working out just fine. So then that was one of the harder moments of our lives. Really, really devastating for us. So as we're kind of sitting in this heartache, a few weeks into it, I started feeling not so great. And it turned out, I took a pregnancy test, and it turned out that I am pregnant. So now I am so thankful because I'm incredibly nauseous, and I'm not super thankful for that, but I am really thankful for the fact that God did give us our number 5. So that's it. I got all of my jars in my pressure canner, so I am canning up my chicken bone broth. But that is kind of what we have been up to. We have been overrun with babies and the thoughts of babies and preparing for babies and mourning babies for the last couple of months. But I'm really excited to kind of get to share my pregnancy journey with you guys. There are a lot of things that I have had to deal with in past pregnancies that I'm really hoping that a full change of diet is going to really help me to kind of get to avoid this time. But if I don't, I'm really excited to share it with you guys. So if you guys have any questions or anything, I guess you can ask us. We have to be a little bit cautious about what we share as far as the foster kids go, because again, they're not in our care anymore. We are not their guardians. And so I do want to be as vague, I guess, about that whole situation as possible. But we're really, really excited about welcoming this new baby in our home and in our family, and I hope that you guys will stick around and kind of watch that journey with us. So thanks guys so much for watching, and I will see you guys hopefully sooner rather than later this time. Bye.